Excellence, Madame la Première Dame du Congo, notre chère présidente, Excellencies, other First Ladies, dear partners. I would say that my take on what would be the priorities to ensure the participation of African women and girls in leadership and decision-making positions would, first of all, I think we need to recognize that there is no one prescription for all women and girls' participation in leadership. Given that they are not an homogeneous group to start with, and the reality they live is not always the same. It depends upon a number of factors, including their levels of education, financial capability, and whether they are urban or rural-based. The variables are many, and so are the approaches for different categories. To begin, let us first acknowledge the following realities. One is the structural, social and cultural barriers and stereotypes, lack of resources, and sometimes skills constrain them from actively participating in leadership. The second is that there is a cost to development associated with women's absence in leadership and decision-making positions. In fact, a 2015 report by McKinsey Global Institute shows that every year we lose $12 trillion to global growth by not including or fully utilizing women's full potential, especially in decision-making. Wow. So we must therefore ask ourselves, what can be done to fast-track women and girls' participation in leadership and decision-making? We must break the cycle of the vicious poverty trap. We must promote the self-esteem of women while continuously engaging the men who lack the sensitivity to respect the fundamental rights of women to participate in the leadership and decision-making at all levels. I think we need to engage the men, because it would be, I think, not wise to keep asking the oppressed to be the one to come up with the revolution. The oppressor need to be talked to, and to achieve all this, So to achieve all these, there are prerequisites. There is need of a strong leadership at the highest level without political will to create the requisite conditions for women and girls' entry into politics and leadership at all levels. It's going to be very difficult to make significant progress in this respect. Political will must never be taken for granted. In instance, this will not exist. There is one strategy is to sensitize again the leadership, the men lead the main, since it's a male-dominated world, with the scientific evidence of the high cost of inequality to long-term sustainable development and peace. Second, there is need for strong institutions and legal frameworks. The revision of national constitutions provide an excellent opportunity to remove all discriminatory dispositions against women and girls and to replace them with progressive provisions for women and girls' rights and equal participation in leadership and development, including quotas, age, and etc. Of course, we cannot leave our destiny to men to decide on what they're going to give us. If we don't put it in constitutions as a constitutional right, we'll never get there. So allow me to share a few examples from Rwanda of support for women and girls' leadership in politics, business, and local administration, and what impact it has had. In Rwanda, the unequivocal commitment of the President of the Republic to gender equality and the empowerment of women is evident in the number of women in parliament, which is 61.3%, the conducive policy and legal environment for their full participation, and the institutional framework to enforce gender-responsive policy. In addition to this, the law strongly condemns any form of gender-based violence which has a negative impact on women and girls' physical and mental health, self-esteem, and productivity. Indeed, according to our Minister of Gender and Family Promotion of Rwanda, since the enactment of the land law, The number of women who own land has kept rising, and women's financial inclusion moved from 36% to 63% in only 4 years. That was between 2012 and 2016. And last but not least is the strong human, thank you, the strong human resource capacity. Once the fundamentals are in place, good leadership, good policies, and good institutions, it's important to have the right people, well-trained and equipped to translate the laws into practice for the benefit of all, and the full participation of women and girls. I would say in conclusion that we need to further dismantle the barriers to true gender equality, holding men accountable for their essential role in preserving gender empowerment while envisioning the immense possibility that will be realized when women in our community, as the AFD president said, will be part of the value chain that he mentioned, so that we can all be able to achieve safe actualization. I thank you.